Part 1, The Seed of Corruption Disguised into Examination Malpractice. Introduction. Like every other thing, corruption of every kind, such as cheating, embezzlement of public funds, lies to the highest degree, etc., has reduced what it stands for. So also, examination malpractice has not only reduced what it stands for, but has acquired a new, glorified state and name of charity, help, and benevolent act. As a result, if one speaks against it, one is looked at as a hater of human progress, and in some cases, that person is victimized for speaking against it. We want to reflect on a few points about the situation above. According to Russell, the important thing is not what you believe, but how you believe. According to Hawkins, philosophy does not assert that you have no right to believe what you choose to believe. What it does is to inquire, what is the ground on which your belief is held, and what ground is a good ground? If we agree with the above assertions, then the question is, how far can we defend and justify examination malpractice after examining the pros and cons? Is helping students cheat in examination an act of charity? It is said to help the child to pass and secure a position in higher institutions, and hence, a better place in the future. This is a very good intention, but it is destroyed by the means applied to achieve it. This is because adopting bad moral behavior in order to achieve a good result cannot be justified, just as adopting right behavior to achieve a bad intention cannot be justified. This simply means that, in order to achieve something good, bad means should not be brought into the process. Otherwise, it becomes Machiavellian ethics, the belief that the end justifies the means, and this is a wrong-headed philosophy of life. Though one man's superstition is another man's religion, reason and education can help one formulate criteria for differentiating sense from nonsense. Eugene Ugana Igboaja, Reverend Father. Wisdom is striving after the best ends using the best means. Aristotle. For those who at least believe that examination malpractice is bad, they may excuse themselves for indulging in it by saying that it is the order of the day. Am I the one to sanitize the whole nation? If I alone stop it around me, will it make any impact? These are a few excuses, among others, which people give as to why they would not bother to stop it, even when they know it is not good. Looking beyond the obvious. Let us look beyond the obvious into the concealed reality. To normalize something, one should first of all see it as abnormal. Secondly, one has to start with oneself, not with others. If you start with others, you blame the moon, the stars, even the air, with the exception of yourself. Are you sure that you will do better than the people in high places you blame for all the hardship in our country? When we take note that Scripture says that he who is not faithful in little things will not be faithful in big ones, we can see that we are equally guilty in our own way. We cannot be held responsible for what is going wrong in high offices, but we are responsible for what is going wrong in our families and places of work. Examination malpractice is academic thievery, which we refuse to see as such, just like those in high government offices who embezzle and loot the national coffers and refuse to see it as thievery. With the foregoing, we can see that the philosophy of, if you cannot beat them, you join them, is a wrong-headed philosophy and a dangerous one too, yet one which we thoughtlessly apply. Summary of obvious consequences. Through cheating, we may have made the student score an A in every subject. However, the concealed reality is that the seed of corruption has been sown in the student. This seed will germinate, grow, develop, and mature, so that any position that person wants to get will be through corruption, cheating. While sitting and working in that position, the person will expect corruption. By then, we would begin to complain, but it would be too late. Training future leaders. Train your child to be servant leaders wherever they are. Stephen Adey. Professor Stephen Adey, former rector of the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA, while addressing the 40th anniversary Thanksgiving service, speech, and prize-giving day of the SAP school in Accra, said, among other things, that the time had come for the country to rise, for its leaders to serve, and to lay the foundation of righteousness for the next generation. Train your child to be servant leaders wherever they are, he told the gathering. The learned gentleman encouraged parents and teachers to bring up their wards in a manner that would empower them to overcome the temptation to be corrupt when they assume leadership roles in the future. He said that available statistics show that 80% of all people who will go to heaven make their decision for Jesus Christ before the age of 18. The child should grow up knowing Jesus Christ, and if we do so, we will not have judges who collect bribes to pervert justice. He noted that the country's current educational system leaves much to be desired, especially when it comes to public basic and secondary education.